Every computer ever built, every satellite ever launched, every bridge ever constructed, none of it compares to the machine you were born with. The human body is not just biology, it is the most sophisticated, self-repairing, self-regulating, self-aware system that has ever existed on this planet, and most of us have never stopped to understand what we are carrying. Right now, without a single instruction from you, your body is performing over 37 trillion simultaneous operations. Your heart has beaten more than 100,000 times today alone. Your immune system has already identified and destroyed thousands of foreign invaders. Engineers have spent centuries trying to build machines that can do what you do without thinking. They have not come close. There is a machine on this planet that has no equal. It has never been successfully replicated. It is powered by the most efficient energy conversion system ever studied. It repairs its own damage. It learns from experience. It adapts to environments ranging from the frozen peaks of the Himalayas to the scorching floors of the Sahara. It contains more processing capacity than any supercomputer ever built, and it fits inside a space you could hold in your two hands. That machine is the human body. We live inside it every single day and rarely pause to consider what we are, not as a philosophical question, but as a scientific one. Because when you actually examine the human body with the same rigor scientists apply to the universe itself, you begin to understand that what you carry is not ordinary, it is extraordinary beyond measurement. Let us begin at the foundation. The human body is made up of approximately 37 trillion cells. That number is almost impossible to comprehend. If you counted one cell per second of every day without stopping, it would take you over 1,000,000 years to finish counting. Each one of those cells is not a passive unit. It is an independent living system with its own energy production, its own genetic library, its own communication network, and its own ability to self-destruct when it becomes a threat to the whole. Your body does not just contain life, it is a civilization. Inside every one of those cells sits a nucleus, and inside that nucleus is DNA, the instruction manual for building and operating a human being. If you unraveled the DNA from a single human cell and stretched it out in a straight line, it would measure approximately 2 meters long. Now multiply that by 37 trillion cells. The DNA inside your body, laid end to end, would stretch from Earth to Pluto and back more than 17 times. That information is not scattered or disorganized. It is compressed, indexed, and read with near-perfect accuracy billions of times a day. The human brain sits at the top of this system, and it is in a category entirely of its own. It weighs approximately 1.4 kilograms, consumes only about 20 watts of power, roughly the energy of a dim light bulb, and yet it outperforms every computational system ever created by human hands. The brain contains an estimated 86 billion neurons. Each neuron can form thousands of connections with other neurons, creating a web of somewhere between 100 trillion and 1 quadrillion synaptic connections. The number of possible states that network can occupy is greater than the number of atoms in the known universe. IBM's most powerful supercomputer requires an entire building, hundreds of kilowatts of electricity, and industrial cooling systems just to approximate a fraction of what your brain does automatically while you sleep. The brain does not just process information, it creates meaning. It stores experience. It generates consciousness. No engineer has ever built anything that does that. Now consider the cardiovascular system, the engine that keeps everything running. Your heart is a fist-sized muscle that beats around 100,000 times per day, 35 million times per year, and over 2.5 billion times in an average lifetime, all without ever stopping for maintenance. It pumps approximately 5 liters of blood per minute at rest, and during intense physical exertion, that output can rise to over 25 liters per minute. The heart adjusts its performance in real time based on signals from the nervous system, hormones, oxygen demand, and even emotional state. No mechanical pump ever engineered has matched its reliability over a lifetime of continuous operation. The blood that pump circulates itself is a marvel. A single drop of human blood contains approximately 5 million red blood cells, 7,000 white blood cells, and 250,000 platelets. Red blood cells carry oxygen using hemoglobin, a protein that binds oxygen with extraordinary precision and releases it exactly where the body needs it. White blood cells are your standing army, capable of identifying and destroying bacteria, viruses, and mutated cells with a level of specificity that the most advanced pharmaceutical systems in the world are still trying to understand and replicate. And then there's the immune system, arguably the most complex defense architecture ever assembled in nature. It operates on two levels. The innate immune system is your first responder, a broad and immediate reaction to anything that doesn't belong. The adaptive immune system is something else entirely. It learns. When it encounters a pathogen, it doesn't just fight it, it records it, catalogs it, and creates specialized cells called memory B cells and memory T cells that will recognize that specific threat for the rest of your life. This is the mechanism vaccines exploit. It is biological memory written in molecular code. The lungs exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide across a surface area of approximately 70 square meters when fully expanded, roughly the size of a singles tennis court folded inside a space no larger than your chest cavity. They do this 20,000 times per day, automatically adjusting the depth and rate of breathing in response to pH levels, carbon dioxide concentration, and physical demand. The engineering behind this gas exchange system is so efficient that athletes at the peak of human performance are still limited not by their lungs, but by the capacity of their muscles to use the oxygen delivered. The skeletal system is often misunderstood as simply a rigid frame. In reality, bone is living tissue. It is constantly being broken down and rebuilt in a process called remodeling. Specialized cells called osteoclasts dissolve old bone material, while osteoblasts lay down new bone in its place. Your skeleton replaces itself almost entirely every 10 years. Bone is also stronger than reinforced concrete by weight, and it is flexible enough to absorb impact without shattering under normal conditions. No engineered material has yet matched that combination of strength, weight, and adaptability. The liver is the body's chemical processing plant, and it performs over 500 distinct functions simultaneously. It filters toxins from the blood, produces bile for digestion, regulates blood glucose levels, synthesizes proteins, stores vitamins and minerals, and processes medications. It is one of the only organs in the human body capable of complete regeneration. You can remove up to 70% of the human liver and it will grow back to its original size within a matter of weeks. No synthetic organ has come close to replicating this range of function, which is why liver failure remains one of the most difficult medical conditions to treat. Consider what the human eye does in a single second. It captures photons of light through a lens, focuses them onto the retina, converts that light into electrical signals through 130 million photoreceptor cells, transmits those signals along the optic nerve at speeds approaching 450 kilometers per hour, and delivers them to the visual cortex, where the brain reconstructs a full-color, three-dimensional moving image with depth perception, motion tracking, and pattern recognition, all in less time than it takes you to blink. Modern cameras and image processing software have spent decades trying to approximate this. They are still approximating. The human body also communicates with itself at a speed and complexity that modern telecommunications engineers study and try to replicate. The nervous system is a dual-layer network. The central nervous system, consisting of the brain and spinal cord, is the command center. The peripheral nervous system branches out from it into every organ, muscle, and patch of skin in the body.
Electrical signals travel through nerve fibers at speeds of up to 120 meters per second. Pain signals from your fingertip reach your brain in under 100th of a second. And all of this runs on a network of neurons so small that 30,000 of them could fit across the width of a single human hair. But perhaps the most extraordinary thing about the human body is not any single system. It is the fact that all of these systems work together simultaneously, continuously, and without conscious direction. You do not think about regulating your blood pressure while you sleep. You do not instruct your kidneys to filter toxins while you eat. You do not command your immune system to respond to the bacteria that entered a small cut on your hand this morning. All of it happens without you, beneath you, inside you, in silence, and with staggering precision. Scientists at MIT have described the human body as the most complex integrated system they have ever studied. The degree of coordination between biological subsystems has no parallel in engineering. When one system is stressed, others compensate. When damage occurs, repair protocols activate automatically. When the environment changes, adaptation begins within hours. This is not just biology. This is systems engineering at a level of sophistication that human civilization has not yet been able to design. There are roughly 7,000 rare diseases that affect the human body, most of which occur when a single gene in the DNA sequence is disrupted. That means the extraordinary function you experience every day depends on approximately 20,000 genes working in precise coordination, getting it right billions of times a day for decades. When you consider how rarely it goes wrong relative to how often it operates correctly, the reliability of the human body becomes even more astonishing. We are living in an age when artificial intelligence can write essays, generate images, and drive vehicles. We have sent machines to Mars, mapped the ocean floor, and split the atom. And yet no laboratory on Earth has built a system that can do what the human body does naturally. Not even a single organ has been fully replicated from synthetic materials with all of its biological functions intact. The closest we have come are partial prosthetics, mechanical pumps that assist the heart, and dialysis machines that filter blood when the kidneys fail. These are bridges. They are not replacements. This is not said to minimize human achievement. The technologies we have built are remarkable, but they give us perspective. Every marvel of engineering we have ever created was designed and built by a body that is itself the greatest marvel of engineering ever assembled. Every line of code, every blueprint, every scientific formula was produced by a brain operating on 20 watts of power inside a skull that weighs less than 5 kilograms. The ancient Stoics believed that the greatest wisdom began with understanding what you actually are. Not what you own, not what you have built, but what you fundamentally are. And what you are is this: a living system of 37 trillion coordinated cells built over 3.8 billion years of biological refinement, running without maintenance, repairing itself in real time, conscious of its own existence, capable of awe, capable of reason, capable of understanding the very universe it emerged from. No machine has ever done that. No machine ever will.